Has a championship pedigree, and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the UCF Knights, taking on another team from the Big 12, the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Knights will kick it away first. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the ball.
And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Huskies! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So the UCF Knights offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Dropping back, it's Aurora. Throws to the tight end. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. The Knights line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The UConn offense goes back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At midfield, he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. On third down, he drops to throw. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Knights decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
UConn will have to punt it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the 1st down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Caught behind the line. It's Lawrence. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
In situations like this, it's nighttime, it's so cold, it's so hard to complete these types of passes. And for these wideouts, it's going to be tough just catching the football, because that thing, I guarantee you, feels like a rock.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that would be a 5-yard penalty. Defense way over eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. A strike downfield. And more yards after contact. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, UConn! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Really nice job on the defense, shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Coming after it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Knights will call on their punt team. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UConn going back to work on offense. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football, and they've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Offense gets set for second down. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Pryor. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Man, I feel for this quarterback. I've been there before. I mean, you're playing at night. It's super cold. It's going to be hard to execute these passes. That one got away from the QB, and he throws a pick.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field, get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right, you'll wear your defense out, continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
Well, they're trying to hand it off to the fullback for a quick hitter, but just nowhere to go. The defensive line, great job getting penetration to set up that
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they got him for the sack. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The UConn offense goes back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Looking to go up top on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Fires to the tight end.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Knights send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Grove. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46. And it's picked off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Knights will punt this one away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
UConn has it teed up to start this second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner goes down. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Power football with the run. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. UConn quick to the line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards in pocket. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, UConn. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Gets rid of it. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Turner. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The UConn offense goes back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Parker. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the 1st down on 3rd and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's thrown. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. This UConn offense really has it going. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's thrown. Touchdown, Husky! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over South Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Hand off from the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it himself. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Wide open. He makes the catch. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Knights! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UConn going back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jeff. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Bringing it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
First down here for the offense. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The UConn offense goes back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Makes one man miss. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the 1st down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. UConn comes to the line after getting another 1st down. They run the reverse. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away. UCF 14. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Complete in the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskies. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit.
Try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Finds space on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Knights will hustle to the line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. He's looking for an open man on second down. Gets it out fast. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this DB.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. UConn will have to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week to start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.